All right. Anybody want to start off? Okay, thank you very much. No, we were we just got off to a horrible start in the game, and Penn State was real good, and of course the back made a big run early that was set us off in a bad way, uh, and then it got out of hand like that right off the bat, and then the only thing I can say, I appreciated our team in the second half. Uh, we got a few more stops. Of course, we made some more drives and made some plays. Our problems early were what's hampered us all year. Really is the inability to really get much running the ball, and then giving up too much running the ball. That's probably it. Their quarterback was terrific. When he didn't just make plays, he created some himself. So that was a big factor in the first half in particular. But I was proud of our team and coaches for kind of staying in it and getting some stuff going. And the guys kept competing to get some stops and to score some points in the second half. So glad we did that.
Mike, early on, there was a 4th and 1. You guys were up 10-7,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
6 straight 3-and-outs after that. Did you look back at that, and did you guys consider going for that 4th and 1?
Oh, you know me. I always go for it on 4th and 1. I just didn't want to give that team a short field. And I guess I had too many memories of our last 4th and 1 a week ago, probably. So, but yes, that was kind of a big point in there.
What does it say about Tanner that A, he came off a concussion in 1 week, and B, that he played the way that he did today, despite all the pressure and all the guys coming at him?
A lot of stuff going on. Didn't look like we were either that we had anything going, or that he would get enough time, even if we did, beating coverage. And then he stayed with it. The guys stayed with it. He still made a ton of really good throws under pressure. Sam, I think he's really a good player that's going to get better. So.
Do you think he's a 5th-year junior? Think he's ready to play in the NFL, or at least put his name in and test the NFL draft water?
I have not talked to him at all about that. I hate to step out and say anything for Tanner Lee in that regard. It will be my history with guys like this that have that possibility is that if they want my advice and want to talk, I'm all open to that, but it's very personal, and I'll support whatever he would like to do. Is he ready?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got all the tangible things. It would probably be great if he could play another year of college football. But as far as what he's got, he's definitely a prospect.
Mike, you knew about Barkley before today, but after
I'd heard of him.
Yeah,
a little
but
bit.
after seeing him, I mean, what
He's exciting. He's really exciting, and it's pretty impressive seeing him right up close and personal. His true explosion, and you can see his passion for the game as he plays. It's pretty special. This guy is a unique guy, and carries himself on the field like one of those unique guys.
Is Tanner close to not playing at all? I mean, I guess he
Not really,
was
Tom.
great last night, right? I mean,
He was. It's one of those things where every day passes another test. So and any day he could have a setback that said, okay, he's out. But when you get to that, like our Friday, I've never heard of a guy having a setback on that day.
yeah.
So nothing yesterday was surprising. Once we got really past, to me, when we got past Wednesday's practice, I thought he was going to sail on in. But Thursday was a bigger question mark. But once you get to Friday, it should be good.
You felt good about playing him and everything.
I do, because I know what goes on before then. I would never,
Right.
it's like the medical people are the ones that hand them over to you. But man, I'm just I'm sorry for these kids. I think that we're just a ways time away, I think, I sure like them. And there was some glimmer of some better football as we went on in the deal, which was good.
When you say a time away, what aspect of your team was a time away?
I think it's just growth together of doing what we're doing. I've mentioned before, and I've thought about this obviously a lot. What this must look like in year 3, and kind of rationalizing to myself it's really year 1, and with some youthful players in it. So, but I think this could be a good group.
You said you liked some of the things that you're seeing tonight, so how do you build on those for Iowa over this short week?
I think we just do. I think that those things that we saw tonight, there's some tangible, obviously good playmaking. But I think what I'm really talking about is the character of the people involved, drawing on that to use it to get ready. The football parts, we can do that if we have an engagement that is big time by our people. And I think we can use this game, which showed that it looked to me like nobody's really just quitting. So we can push to have a good week of prep, and that gives us our best, and I would say maybe only chance to beat Iowa.
Mike,
Is a good week of prep.
Yeah, how have you been able to insulate yourself and the team, knowing what, outside noise is pretty loud? I mean, not many people beat the champion today.
Yeah.
How have you been able to keep everybody together?
Oh, you know what? I think that having been around enough, I know that nobody needs to have me talk about that. They need to have me talk about football and getting ready for the game, and they need some normalcy when they see me, and so we kind of rely on kind of that history, because if you stay in this for very long, you're going to have a roller coaster somewhere, so you learn a little bit more. And so it's encouraging for me to see those kids, the coaches, just keep working, because that's the right thing to do. And there's no need talking about the other stuff, because that's distracting. So even though we all know they all hear it a lot, why me? They need to come in the building and learn how to get ready to play the next game.
How have you been able to keep normalcy in hand for yourself?
I stick with what I do. I like what I do. I've been more appreciative of it lately than ever. Continuing to do this, I want to be more engaged, with something offensively in particular. But for the most part, I would say I just like walking in the door and going to work, watching film, and the routine of putting together a practice plan each day. That's kind of like recess for me.
Mike, I cover Penn State, so I don't know you very well, but the 3-year, 1-year thing, was there anything about this program that surprised you that you had to work through that made for that lag time, where you haven't gotten it going as quickly as maybe you thought you might, or if that's true? I don't even know.
I don't know. I didn't come with that idea in mind. We basically, you always have a transition time, and you hope that you do as well as you can. We didn't do very well, but we did better the second year. And then the third year, we basically abandoned structure defensively and put in a new defense, and then had a different skill set at quarterback, so basically have a new offense. And, then, so that's why I say it feels more like year 1. And, then the other thing is we're what all football coaches do, what James has done here, is you build your football, and he's done that very well, and recruit. And so we're tackling that part of it to basically add to our team.
Mike, you mentioned that you wanted to get more involved with making some decisions on the offensive end. You guys had 2 rushing yards at half. What changed at halftime?
Well, basically what we did at halftime was consolidate some ideas as to what we could put forward to do better. There was nothing really brand new running scheme wise that came to the front. We just got a little bit better blocking and a little bit better timing against the defense that we were playing, and so we hit a couple of them.
Anything else for Coach?
Coach, talk about what do you think has happened to the defense this week? What do you think has happened?
Well,
Certainly you didn't expect this.
well,
What do you think's happened?
I think that to not talk about it too overall globally, you know, I think that I would generalize by saying that though the changing structure, putting guys in new positions, and then technically some things, Sam, like tackling. I mean, we missed how many tackles tonight, especially early on. Even in the second half on a couple of drives, it's open field tackling, it's space tackling, and I really think that, you know, there's just a couple older guys on defense, so either it's going to be the development of the guys that are there, most of them are coming back. It'll look a lot better next year with some plans. So.
Coach,
All right, last one, guys.
I know you said you try to insulate yourself from things, but there's been a lot of speculation in the last couple of days, specifically about Scott Frost and Central Florida. Can you say anything about?
No, I've not. I don't know anything about that except what you said about the speculation. But I don't need to comment on that.
Have you had any conversations with Bill Moose about the future or anything?
Bill and I have talked a couple of times, one-on-one, since he's been the athletic director, and I've known Bill for a long time. I appreciated those talks, and so, like I've said before, with most of these guys, that part of it's going to be, we're just going to keep doing what we do and go forward, and that part of it's going to that decision's going to be made by somebody other than me.